Welcome into college football smothered and covered. Red light flashing, an emergency edition of college football smothered and covered. That's right, UCLA's Chip Kelly leaving the Bruins to become the head coach. I'm sorry, not the head coach. Chip Kelly's leaving UCLA to become the offensive coordinator. Yeah, good Lord. The offensive coordinator at Ohio State. What an embarrassment for UCLA. I mean, when you talk about what UCLA is a program, this is supposed to be the start of the glory days of UCLA football. You're going to the Big Ten. Everybody's excited. Now, it's no secret that UCLA has had some financial issues in the past. You're going to the Big Ten. You're going to make boatloads of money. You have Chip Kelly, a legendary coach who's built that program into something that at least can be competitive in the Big Ten. Nope. Not only does he want to leave, he goes to a program, takes a lesser title that is going to be in the same conference. If that's not a massive indictment of UCLA, not just the football team, but the athletic department, I don't know what is. If you're UCLA right now, you've got to be looking in the mirror going, what are we getting ourselves into? Our head coach, who was pretty darn good, is leaving to become a coordinator in the same conference. Now, I know UCLA folks and other people will say, well, yeah, Chip was looking around. He was looking around to maybe go take a coordinator job at the NFL. Yeah, and I think everybody knows that's the case. And like Jeff Hafley at Boston College, getting out of the college world right now to go to the NFL for a guy like Chip Kelly, who it's no secret does not like recruiting, that makes sense. He's still going to have to recruit at Ohio State. In fact, he might have to recruit more at Ohio State. So this is not the same as Chip Kelly looking around to go to the NFL to change what his job responsibilities are. This is Chip Kelly with the double barrel middle finger to UCLA, the institution, not his players, not the team, not just the athletic department, to the entire institution. If you're a UCLA fan, you have to be absolutely despondent at this. Look, UCLA, to me, UCLA has always been one of those programs, and Texas A&M's been this to me. The Arizona schools are like this to me, where you just want to shake them and be like, why aren't you better at football? Why can't you be good? And now Chip Kelly is sitting there like, we can't be good. There's nothing we can do. This is just a dark, dark day for a UCLA program that should be full of momentum, that has all the momentum going to the Big Ten, all the momentum going toward the Big Ten payday. And yet your head coach leaves to become an offensive coordinator in the same conference. Just awful. Now, on the flip side, this has to be discussed as well, because Ohio State made a mistake. Ohio State made a big mistake, and that is when it hired Bill O'Brien to be its offensive coordinator. That's inexcusable. And I said that when this went down, Ohio State hiring Bill O'Brien, that it was going to prevent Ohio State from being a true national championship contender. It'd probably make the playoff. Maybe make the playoff, actually, I should say, the 12-team playoff. But Bill O'Brien's a joke as an offensive coordinator. That never made sense. Now, obviously, he's moving up in job status title. But if you're an Ohio State fan, you got to be looking around going, look, I know some folks thought that was a good hire, Bill O'Brien. It wasn't. And now you're going to replace him with Chip Kelly. Bill O'Brien doesn't like to recruit. Chip Kelly doesn't like to recruit. They both like to coach offense and just coach ball. One of them's good at it. One of them's not. And now you got the one that's good at it. And when you look at what Chip Kelly can bring to that team, I know that the obvious response would be, well, you know what? He's going to make Will Howard great because Will Howard can run. I've said it before. Will Howard's not going to start at Kansas State. He's not going to start at Ohio State. There's a reason he's at Ohio State. It's because he lost the job at Kansas State. It's not because he's good. But what Chip Kelly can do and what Chip Kelly will do is tailor his offense to any one of these quarterbacks. Maybe it's Julian Sayin. I think Devin's out. Maybe it's Aaron Nolan. But what I think you can expect is a quarterback position that will be well coached. A quarterback position that will benefit greatly from an ability not just to run 3-yard swing passes all day long. So if you're Ohio State, you got to love this. You have to be thrilled with what's going on. Let's hit the chat for a second. Florida Buckeye 21. It's truly great to be an Ohio State fan. Yes, O'Brien was a bad hire, but all is well that ends well. Florida Buckeye 21, you are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Good call in the comments. Again, Barrett, you are all on point with all accounts. I appreciate that. If you like me, if you like this show, spread the word, subscribe on YouTube, Rumble, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, everywhere you go. That's where this show is. To me, I mean, this is, I wouldn't even call a Friday news dump. This is Chip Kelly, double barrel, middle finger to all that is UCLA. Another program in the same conference stole him and gave him a lesser title. It's just embarrassing. As far as where UCLA goes from here, there will be people who like this job, right? You see the Big Ten money, you're going to go in that direction. UCLA is a disaster from an administrative standpoint. I think everybody knows that. And if people didn't know that before, you know it now. But there will still be people that say, oh, Big Ten program, I'm in. And that's fine. UCLA will get a decent coach. But it's not run properly. The athletic department, the institution is not run properly. So it's going to be interesting. But hey, thank you guys for listening and watching this emergency podcast. Again, if you like the show, subscribe. YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, Apple, Google, wherever. We will be there. Didn't expect to do this right when I got back from golf. Incidentally, shot a 42 in the back nine, the best nine I've ever played, birdied 18. We don't need to talk about the front nine. Not going to talk about it. Didn't happen. Back nine, money. Speaking of money, the show's money, your money. Thank you for watching and listening. We'll see you Monday unless something else happens.